say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gamecocks offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very...
Turning it on! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And if I watched this defense last week and I'm the quarterback and I'm starting out on the drive, I am not throwing the ball near these guys. I'm going to play it safe, and he forces the ball right off the jump. They had 5 a week ago. First drive, they got another one here today.
They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Fires complete on the crosser. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the tight end. Tries to crease at the 20. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, going to the air. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is That's huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to throw, it's Moran. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation in this one. Second and third and long, there was not a lot of guesswork. The defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Complete in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Got his man. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Looking downfield, it's Moran. Back open in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They finally gamed down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Rides the back on the option to give. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This offense is so good. That they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Moran. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fields.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try to capitalize on this field position.
Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. ULM is currently ahead of this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Moran. Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Washington. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Right on the money. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Sooners have their offense in high gear. Using his legs, it's Fields. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll throw it from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
To the air, it's Owens. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Gets it past the marker. Oh, there's an alley on the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
With the run on 1st and goal.
Well, and when you're a defense, you want to string it out, right? You want to fill these gaps as fast as you can. And they did a really good job of taking away this, taking away that. All of a sudden, he gets to the sideline, runs out of space. There's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense doing their assignments.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. This time, they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And, boy, that has been rare in this one. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Just drives it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They've got the screen set up. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Owens. Makes the grab, it's Jefferson. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll do it himself. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Here he comes with the return. And he bumps it up inside the 20. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. On the run, it's Fields. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll go right back to the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw. It's Owens. Finds his man down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Owens. Here's the pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Backed up now. Here's second and long. To the ground with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Makes it past the marker. Got enough space. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play and they wipe it out on the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Moran. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. They'll go to the ground. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield. It's Jefferson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
To the air, it's Moran. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his target down the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. RPO complete to open the drive. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. So the final period starts with a second down play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Jefferson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. On the option. Breaks the tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. At the 35, he's open. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. The Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to. And
there he goes. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Fields. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Stumbled to the ground. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, in that situation, that just worked out perfectly for the defense. It was 3rd and 1, and I'm not so sure that was a pass blitz. That might have been a run blitz. That might have been the defense just trying to add an extra body in the gap, expecting run. Quarterback held on to the football, and that worked out perfectly for the D.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
And you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns, Palooza. What a nice day.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today.
Makes the grab. It's McGee.
Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.